Hello friends, in this video we will understand what is exactly meant by full adder and how to construct full adder. Before starting with full adder, let us understand the necessity of having full adder or why we are not happy with half adder, and that's the reason why we may go for full adder. Suppose if I have 2-bit addition, let's say 0 1 with 1 1. If I am adding these two, first of all we start addition from LSB side. So here I am adding 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. Observe something. When I am adding 1 plus 1, I can apply one of the input to A, the other input to B, and I will get something called as sum as well as carry. So meaning that to carry out this operation, I can say half adder is sufficient for me, because for half adder we got 2 inputs and 2 outputs, where 2 inputs are A and B and output is sum and carry. So 1 plus 1, sum becomes 0 and carry becomes 1. Am I right? See, my ultimate aim is to add these 2-bit number. So first of all I am starting with the last stage, that is a very first stage where I am adding 1 plus 1 which has got 2 inputs. To add 2 inputs, half adder is sufficient. But next time what I am actually doing is, I am not adding only 2 inputs, I am going to add 3 inputs, because the third input is a carry that is generated by the previous stage. Am I right? It is a carry generated by previous stage. It means I require some hardware which is not going to add only 2 but 3 inputs, where third input is a carry generated by the previous stage. It means if I go on adding this, I can say that I cannot use half adder. So half adder is not an option for me. That's the reason why we go for full adder, because in full adder we got a provision to also apply a previous carry. And that's the reason why we say that for full adder we got 3 inputs and 2 outputs. So the structure of full adder, if you see, you'll understand it. For any full adder we have 3 inputs and 2 outputs. Inputs are A, B and C, and outputs are sum and carry, where A and B are normal data inputs and C is a carry generated by previous stage. So I'm sure you have understood what is the necessity of full adder, and you must have also seen now what is the block diagram of full adder, which has got 3 input and 2 output. Knowing number of inputs and outputs is required, because without which we cannot go further, right? So in step 2 we are going to have a relation between A, B, C and sum and carry. So the possible combinations of A and B and C is 0 0 0, then we have 0 0 1, then 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, and of course the end is 1 1 1. Am I right? For which I am going to specify what is sum and what is carry. For 0 0 0, of course sum is 0, carry is 0. Is that right? For 0 0 1, sum is 1, carry is 0. So for every combination we are going to see what are outputs. For 0 1 0, of course sum is 1, there is no carry. For 0 1 1, since there are two ones, of course 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry is 1, therefore sum is 0, carry is 1. For 1 0 0, again sum is 1, carry is 0. For 1 0 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. For 1 1 0, again there are two ones, it means sum is 0 and carry is 1. For 1 1 1, sum is 1, carry is 1. Now you may get wondered, how come for 1 1 1 sum is 1 and carry is 1? So I'll show you. If it is 1 plus 1 plus 1, it goes like this: 1 XOR with 1, or we shouldn't say XOR, we should say add. 1 XOR with 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. So carry in advance I have already written. Now the sum is 0, so 0 when you add with 1, sum is 1. That's the reason why when you have 1 1 1 as a combination, sum is always 1 and carry is also 1. So now you can write their respective decimal positions for every combination of input, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So let me write equations for sum and carry, where sum is equal to summation small m. Now we have to mark those min terms for which output is 1. So as you can see, at these places outputs are 1. So let us take them into consideration, which is 1, 2, 4, 7. So this is the situation for sum. And for carry, if you see, it is summation m. These are places where it is ones, which is 3, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? So now I have equation in terms of min terms, that is 1, 2, 4, 7 min terms are those min terms for which output is 1, that is sum is equal to 1, and 3, 5, 6, 7 are those min terms for which carry is equal to 1. But this is not enough. We should have some equation, and to get that equation we should actually go for K-map also. So drawing K-map for sum. If you remember, I said that in previous videos also, number of K-maps and size of K-map depends on number of outputs and number of inputs respectively. That is, size of K-map depends on how many inputs are there. In this case, there are 3 inputs, which is A, B and C, and that's the reason why we say that we are going to use 3 variable K-map. And such how many K-maps are needed? Of course, 2 K-maps are needed because we got 2 outputs, that is sum and carry. So one K-map is needed for sum, the other K-map is needed for carry, and each of them is 3 variable in size. That's the reason why for sum I'm going to have a K-map of 3 variable. This is A bar A, this is B bar C bar, B bar C, BC and BC bar. And to make entries, we should recall that relation summation m, it is 1, 2, 4, 7. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I right? So at places 1, 2, 4, 7, we have ones. 1, 2, 4 and 7. You can see clearly that none of them can be grouped together because all of them are positioned in such a way that they are diagonally opposite to each other, and diagonally opposite ones cannot be grouped together. So there is no option other than having single group. So with this single group, what equation I am getting for sum, let me just write it. Sum is equal to, let me assume this is first, this is second, this is third, and the last one is fourth. So for first I am getting equation as A B bar C bar, plus second I am getting A bar B bar C. For third I am getting A B C, and finally for fourth I am getting A bar dot B C bar. Am I right? Now I am sure you must have recognized this relation, and I said that 3 input XOR gate, it is quite necessary for you to remember this relation forever. So this I can write in short as it is A XOR with B XOR with C. This becomes final equation for sum. Similarly, we will solve for carry also. So let us go for solving carry. For carry, we had summation m 3, 5, 6, 7. These are the min terms for which carry was 1. Let's have 3 variable K-map again. So we have A here and B and C here. This is A bar A, this is B bar C bar, B bar C, BC, BC bar, and numerical positions 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let us make entries for carry. As you can see, min terms are present at 3, 5, 6 and 7. So we need to group them together now. So we have to always make a best grouping. Best grouping is that there should be minimum number of groups, and in every group maximum number of ones should be covered. So to cover maximum number of ones, there is no other way by making them pair together and of course overlapping also. Let me name this group as 1, this is let's say 2, and this is 3. Accordingly, I'll get equation for carry now. So for carry, what I'm going to get? Look at group number 1, which says A into C. For group number 2, as you can see, it is B into C, plus group number 3, what it is giving you, that is A into B. Or by rearranging, you can write carry equal to AB plus BC plus AC, because in this sequence you can remember this relation also. And for sum, what we have is A XOR with B XOR with C. Since now we have final equations for sum and carry, now we can draw the actual diagram for sum as well as carry. Equation for sum is A XOR with B XOR with C, and for carry we have relation as AB plus BC plus AC. Am I right? Now since we have A, B and C inputs, we are going to XOR it together so as to have A XOR with B XOR with C relation, so as to get what? Sum. Later on, to have carry, we first of all have to take product of A and B. So I am taking A and B product first, then B and C product next, and the last product that we require is AC, and all of them can be summed together so as to get carry. So this is the final circuit for having full adder. Remember, the advantage of having full adder over half adder is full adder can take care of carry as generated by previous stage and half adder cannot, and that's the reason why they are named as half adder and full adder.